Isekai is one of the mainstream anime genres that is light and much loved by fans. Now, in each season, you can find a variety of variations of the main character's adventures exploring other worlds. But despite its tendency to be light, some isekai anime stories also have quite deep stories because they usually show the hidden purpose of being put into another world and have surprisingly sad endings that will make you cry. This unique isekai anime, combined with a creepy storyline, delves into tragedy long before its conclusion. The story revolves around Japanese high school students who, during their school's culture festival, are suddenly transported to a dilapidated schoolhouse in another dimension by an earthquake. Trapped in this haunted school known as Heavenly Host Elementary School, their destinies are already sealed. It continues to exist on the spiritual plane as a nexus of multiple dimensions inhabited by vengeful spirits from which it is nearly impossible to be comfortable living in overstressed conditions. The only way to get out of that world is they uncover the true story behind the horrific deaths that have kept the ghosts haunting for years. Corpse Party unfolds as a grim tale of survival, with each character haunted by their classmates as they face death one by one. It's a somber narrative with no hope of becoming a happy ending, leaving viewers with a sense of despair and traumatized believing the existence. With the mission to preserve humanity's future, the protagonists, Chaldea's last master, Ritsuka Fujimaru, and his demi-servant, have a time-travel journey and resolve 6 singularities. They depart for their most dangerous destination, civilization in the Age of Gods, BC 2655 Mesopotamia. They discover that humanity has fallen into the dangers of 3 powerful goddesses. But Uruk, a fortress city, brings hope to become the last defender of humanity and fight back against the beast. In theory, Ritsuka and Mash's duty is to safeguard humanity, which essentially entails maintaining the flow of time. Despite their success in this mission, they ultimately fall short in altering the fate of Uruk's foretold doom and rescuing its inhabitants. Although they emerge victorious with Uruk as the last standing human city, they acquire Uruk's holy grail to unlock the final singularities. Yusuke, a boy with a leg disability who relies on a wheelchair, has shared a close bond with Haru and Kotona since childhood and secretly harbors romantic feelings for Kotona. It is considered an inauspicious day when Kotona is fatally wounded with a strange knife by a menacing figure. In panic situation to save Kotona, Yusuke and Haru are transported to a magical world linked to their own. At the start, they work together as warriors for Evermore Kingdom, but at the crossroads, they chose different paths. Haru, overwhelmed by grief, suggests killing Princess Astrid, who resembles Kotona, to break the curse, causing a rift between friends. Yusuke sticks to his stance and defends Astrid against an invasion while uncovering the truth behind her curse, leading to a showdown with the Dark Lord Galaroth. Despite defeating Galaroth, Yusuke and Haru bid a tearful farewell. Haru returns to the real world, while Yusuke chooses to stay behind. As Kotona has recovered from their retrospective causes, only Haru remembers Yusuke. Haru realizes that he is his imaginary friend who has accompanied him since childhood. A young boy who runs away from home after the death of his mother and refuses to live with his legal guardians. Lost in the bustling streets of Tokyo, he encounters Kumatetsu, a candidate to become the beastly warrior of the Beast Kingdom. Despite Kumatetsu's aloof demeanor nature and lack of disciples, Kumatetsu takes Ren's agreement under the guide to clear his reputation and trains him to become a powerful fighter, giving him the name Kyuta. As Kyuta matures, he struggles to balance his human life with his duties in the beast world, especially when a rival beast challenges Kumatetsu's position to become the next successor. A tragic twist occurs in amidst the euphoria, when Kyuta's friend, Ichirohiko, is corrupted by darkness and severely wounds Kumatetsu. The dying Kumatetsu uses his privilege as the new Grandmaster and reincarnates as a deity, taking the form of a sword to be handled with the heart. Although the figure of Kumatetsu is gone, his legacy lives on in Kyuta, who becomes a hero in the Beast Kingdom. Each season of Digimon wraps up with a sad goodbye that hits fans in the feels. The first season was especially tough, as the characters had to say farewell to their Digimon partner, a big part of my childhood memories. We saw the Digi-Destined and their Digimon grow and digivolve into their ultimate forms, but knowing they'd have to split up made it even sadder. When they defeated the last Dark Master and the digital world managed to be restored, it was time for Taichi and his friends to return to the real world while their Digimon stayed behind. There was no guarantee they'd ever see each other again, making those final goodbyes super tear-jerking. Saying goodbye in the first Digimon Adventure isn't just about heading to mark the end of an era, it shows the strong bonds between humans and Digimon. Even though they have to part ways, it proves how much they've meant to each other through everything they've been through. Recreators follow Shota, a young otaku who is surprised to find that the overpowered protagonist Celicia has been transported into his world. But a human catastrophe comes together when the most powerful villain, Altair, gets dragged and fights Celicia. She is responsible for bringing the character into the real world, and her mission is to destroy the world with a vengeance. So that's why Shota and Celicia agree to find the other characters, and Creator to make an alliance and stop the military uniform princess mission. The sad fact about Recreators is that it all stems from the untimely death of the main antagonist's creator, Setsuna, who is seeking revenge on the world for causing her depression. The only way the heroes can stop Altair is to create an image for her creator, leading to a heart-wrenching moment in which Setsuna feels sorry for Altair for everything, since she created her as an outlet for her pain. Altair fights against fate itself. To create a parallel world for Setsuna, Altair takes on the task of writing Setsuna's story, while Setsuna reciprocates by weaving Altair's narrative. Who would have expected if this isekai anime initially presented many humorous moments and punchlines that made the audience laugh? At the end of the episode, the anime's tension turns serious and ends with the fate of the main character's struggle, which is full of tragic emotions. Seiya Ryugen is a hero summoned by the goddess Ristarte with the aim of creating peace and defeating the Demon King in that world. He is an overpowered hero known for his extreme caution. He even uses all his ultimate attacks to defeat slimes, or grind for the level to match the statistics he expects for defeating weaker enemies than him. All of that happened because of regrets in his past when he could not save his companions and loved ones. In the final battle, when Seiya fought the Demon King, he used an absolute destructive power called Valhalla Gate. As a price to pay for the power, his life began to collapse. Seiya then says goodbye to his companions and disappears with a smile after realizing who Ristarte is. It follows the story of the protagonist, Otonashi, who dies at the show's beginning and reincarnates into a supernatural world different from the world he knows. He is reincarnated into a high school afterlife and joins an organization of other high schoolers who fight against the unfairness of their world's god. At the show's end, nearly all of Otonashi's friends move on from the afterlife after resolving their regrets. However, Otonashi has fallen in love with a girl named Kanade and wants them to stay in the afterlife together. It is revealed that Otonashi was her heart donor, meaning Kanade now has to move on, leaving Otonashi alone in the afterlife. The ending is heartbreaking. As everyone moves on to the next plane of existence, things are particularly hard for Otonashi, because this means that he has to leave behind the attachments he formed with his friends to learn the afterlife's purpose. A prequel set in Disboard's distant past, it shows how the origin world of the No Game No Life series became one ruled entirely by games instead of traditional conflict. Set in a fantasy world where humanity is on the brink of extinction, the savior Riku leads a small community of humans in a constant struggle against the powerful and ruthless races called the Exceed. Hope returns to humanity when Riku meets an abandoned female ex machina, whom he names Shuvi. She has the highest interest in every thoughtful research into human emotion and stands on the destinies of mankind. Having the same purpose, Riku and Shuvi faced numerous challenges amid the overwhelming chaos and the complex politics of the various races to establish peace throughout the Disboard. Despite their efforts to bring peace through games, their relationship gradually evolves into a romantic one. Riku's unwavering determination to protect Shuvi and the sacrifices they both make for each other underscore the depth of their connection. The ending is a sobering reflection on the cost of war and the lengths some will go to in pursuit of peace. While Disney will come with a preconception of uplifting children's stories, Studio Ghibli has often tackled complex and mature themes like war, poverty, and environmentalism. Its immensely famous film Spirited Away masterpiece by Hayao Miyazaki is an example of that. Following the story of the childish appearance of Chihiro, as she wanders into the world of the gods and spirits, she courageously navigates a bathhouse run by the witch Yubaba, determined to rescue her parents, who have been turned into pigs. This poignant ending recalls the transient nature of childhood, guessing her partner Haku's real identity and break Yubaba's curses by identifying her parents among a group of pigs and regaining her true name. Unable to remember anything, though she has returned to her ordinary life, Chihiro is forever changed by her journey, and the memories of her time in the spirit world will stay with her, hidden deep within her heart. I hope you liked this video. For your loyal viewers, congratulations, this channel has reached 30,000 subscribers thanks to your enthusiasm. If you like it, please leave a like. If you want to add isekai anime with other sad endings, we can discuss it in the comments section. I'm signing out, and peace.